Hello, Sushi here, and here I'm playing Spell Chess. So I got a pretty decent rating. I'm top 100. So I just wanted to share one of my openings. I think it's a very powerful opening. I actually stole it from the currently the number two guy. A lot of chickens, I think, and he was rated 2,000 something in Spell Chess. And I basically stole his opening. It's very powerful. The chess here is like extremely bad, but you can farm a lot of free wins at very low levels. So I'm rated number 69 right now. So top 100, pretty nice rating. So let's go. And this is an opening with white. Let me just go to the archive. I'm just gonna go like click on random game. I don't know how to get the analysis board, but yeah, I'll just go. So as far as I know, the only two openings are E3 and E4. The benefit with E3 is that you're kind of like playing against this kind of Italian style bishop, which can become really powerful later on. But that's more like I do that with black to kind of um, blunt the C4 ideas. Uh, so so let's like I'm playing as black. Imagine the board is flipped. Uh, so the bishops here, I'm playing against this bishop. So yeah, that's kind of like what I do with black. But with white, I think e4 is a better move because this dark square bishop becomes more powerful. And the standard play, let's say e6 or e5, doesn't really matter. So what you're going to do is you're going to freeze this square. This is probably the best square to freeze. At the very least, you want to freeze the c pawn, and you go directly for the king. So with this, the immediate threat is to use a phasing potion to phase the d pawn and go for the king. And as far as I know, the only two responses, black freezing the bishop is forced. There's no way to block it. I guess another move would be to move the king. So after the freeze, moving the king, that's a pretty interesting move to burn the opponent's potion. But this is a very strange position. I think that the main line here is to counter freeze. So black would counter freeze here. And then white will play this move. Black would play counter freeze. And by the way, black has to play this move to counter attack the king. Uh, so what this does is that because of the counter freeze, white cannot take the king yet because this bishop's frozen, and black is immediately threatening the king. I don't know why the computer is playing moves for me. So you're supposed to counter freeze and put the bishop here as black to threaten the king, and I can't take yet. So if I try to do any other move, that's like this move is almost forced. I can move the king if I wanted to, but this move is almost forced. If I do anything else, the king just gets taken because they can phase the d pawn and take my king. Um, yeah, so this is forced, and then this gives black a turn to kick the bishop out. So I've tried doing this take variation, but I don't really like it. I like the rock back maneuver here. And typically black will either rock back the same way or they'll rock back this way. Uh, this is a little bit difficult. So this is exactly what I'm talking about with e6 with black. Like you're playing against this Italian style bishop. So let's say black does this, and at this point you can do a bad move is this, but there's a lot of interesting tactics you could do with phasing through this pawn. But this is what I play. I think a better move is probably knight f3. But anyway, you're gonna get a lot of games that look like this. So black will play e5. You phase, or you freeze the pawns here, and you threaten the king. Um, if they know what they're doing, they're gonna play this counterattack move. As far as I know, counter freeze and then maybe playing this is a move. But one of the things they'll do is they'll counter freeze, and they'll attack the bishop. So I'm not able to phase through the pawn to take the king yet. And my bishop, there's no way to defend the bishop. So the next move here is queen all the way here. So now there's two threats aimed at the king. So a number of things can happen here. The only move is actually king up here. And when king goes up here, you could deliver a check. And think I don't really see a good response from black here. Just resist the temptation to take this rook, because there are a lot of ways to trap the queen over here. Yeah. So anyway, if they play anything other than king up, which is obviously very uncomfortable, let's say they take. Now you can phase through the f pawn and take the king. And then a more tempting move, I think you'll see this quite a lot more, is they'll phase through the h pawn, take the queen, and then you can phase through this pawn and take the king. And honestly, you're gonna farm a lot of points here. You're gonna get up to 1600. Like a lot of like 1560s fall for this. So yeah, this is the opening. You don't actually need to know how to play chess. I think this is like even more powerful than Scholar's Mate, because it's very hard to stop. You have to know this counter-attacking idea. So yeah, that's the opening. I hope you guys enjoy and kind of like farm a lot of points off of this, because it's worked for me and I'm definitely not good at this game. So yeah, see you later.